Family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks. To my
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well...
And that is the woman, the young woman that he's been, been in a relationship with. And, we heard some audios. So right now, Tony Busby's and is going against, Shannon, his lawyers and everything. And right now, we're just waiting on, if when more stuff might come out. So we might, I don't think this
to my family, friends.
This is going to be trending for a while. And, it might be some more stuff coming out either right now as we speak or later on this week. But right now, Shannon Sharpe has been sued for $50 million by Tony Busby. So, go ahead, Ronnie. We've been seeing this the past couple of days. So, man, what's your take on this?
Now, according to certain sources, they were saying how Shannon Sharpe lawyer team went and sat down with Tony Busby and were trying to go ahead and settle it outside of court. I think the offer was $10 million. They didn't want this to be publicly known. Tony Busby said no. Because the reason you already know why Tony Busby said no, because I think he knows, he feel that there's a good opportunity for him to get more money instead of getting the $10 million. Now, does this look good for the Shannon Sharpe team and his podcast and his old empire? Yes, this does look bad because at the same time, Shannon Sharpe should have thought he got to be more smart. You never hear nothing coming on the news when it comes to aspect of Leonardo DiCaprio or certain guys in Hollywood because they do NDA forms. I don't know why these men, especially black powerful men, is not getting the picture. Like, you gotta do these forms if you want to live a certain type of lifestyle, especially in the aspect of public opinion. He didn't protect himself. He put himself into hot water. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't even blame this woman on this one. I blame Shannon. Shannon should have been more smart in the game on how he's supposed to vet women. Now, do you have a sexual lifestyle? We already saw. Shannon went viral recently for doing that sex situation. So we know he have a sexual appetite. But this one right here is on Shannon. I think Shannon knows that he made a terrible mistake. Will he learn from this? Yes. Will he be more smarter? Yes. And will he stop dealing with younger women? Yes. Or he gonna have more things coming out. But him coming out and try to settle that $10 million, now guess what, Hakeem and Jordan? More people gonna try to come out and say Shannon did this and this and this and this and this, just like P. Diddy. So he has to really think and strategize. Hakeem, he had a contract this year for $100 million, the biggest. He might lose it all over this allegation. Go right ahead.
With the actions of Tony Bugsby, the mayonnaise king and the mayonnaise queen, this can tell this is a racist situation. They only go after black athletes, which confirmed to me that Tony Bugsby is a flaming racist. He knows that black athletes are going to pay out of court because perception is all we care about. Our word, our reputation, that's all we care. Seeing this, I do blame Unc. You couldn't have just did this out of town somewhere and got you like a one night thing at a brothel instead of dealing with an OnlyFans. We're not even talking about the money she's already gotten from him, aside from just dealing, because Unc is a trick. So seeing this to let me know that she's a racist, and Bugsby's a racist, and she recorded the phone call, role playing. I don't feel like I want to get choked. I'll choke you in public.
Yeah.
BDSM.
It was an act.
Yeah.
Yeah. BDSM, correct.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so let's start from in the beginning. How did Tony Busby got really big? It was to Deshaun Watson, a few years back with the massage allegations and everything. It was 27 women, and out of the 27 women, I think 23 settled, and that really put Tony Busby on the map. And then that's when he's like, okay, let me get athletes, let me start, getting, Diddy and Jay-Z. And fortunately, he had to back down with this. Now, when Ronnie was said it, when we heard the rumor that, Shannon Sharpe was going to get $100 million because, his contract expired with the volume, which he's on. And he was, talking about getting a big deal with the podcast and everything. Bam, this happened. The lawsuit happened out and everything. So it's Tony Bursey, he'll, like I said, he's a snake. As we know him for, going against entertainers and black athletes, this is not going to be the first or last time he's going to go against an athlete or an entertainer like that. But going to Shannon Sharpe like this, we have been knowing Shannon Sharpe, from the podcast, football, and the thing is, I don't like when Shannon's pushing it. We're getting knowing Shannon a little bit too more personally. You know what I'm saying? Like we're getting too more personal than what's going inside his home. And that's how I'm kind of afraid of Shannon, that that we're getting to know more about Shannon, what's going on in his house and everything. Really sexual things was going on and everything. Because now we know, Shannon Sharpe, he's freaky dicky. He's talked about this before, but we saw this, we heard a clip, with him and Michelle, and now with this mess, with the text messages from Gabby, and also the audio and everything. I just feel like just hearing the audio and everything, I think that to me, that's his dirty talk and everything. I'm not getting anything away from that. I just feel like Shannon Sharpe was just talking dirty because they don't play the full audio. I just feel like how they pause it and everything. If we would have heard a full audio talk, I think they was talking dirty type of talk, which I think it is and everything, because she's the OnlyFans model. She's the OnlyFans model. So, OnlyFans model, they see Shannon and everything. I saw the text is like, I want to have a big black baby by you and everything. If you guys saw the text, you see, she's a OnlyFans model, and they text and talk dirty and anything. But I just hope Shannon, please, man, we don't want to know too many personal things about you, brother. We really don't. You have a successful podcast with Nightcap, Club Shay Shay, and also you have Club Shay Shay Media, and also with your alcohol Laportier and everything. So we just want to see Shannon Sharpe do good. Do I think that it's a possibility you might settle? It might be. I think Tony Busby. I was telling Hakeem in the back, like, even though he might sue for 50 million, I'm thinking that he probably want maybe half of the 25 million he might settle. And that's what I think that Tony Busby is looking for. But going back to Shannon, man, just please, man, we don't want to know too much personal things because you have a successful podcast. He just wanted. I saw he won a Webby Award for his club Shay Shay and also Nightcap and everything. That just came out this morning. So Shannon Sharpe, he's won an award for podcast and everything. I just want him to don't lose sponsors, and hopefully, he doesn't lose his day job at First Take. But we will be watching this monetarily. Anything else that comes out, we will put it out here on Chaos Culture Radio.
Now that, but shout out to a new subscriber, Delinda Harrison. Pretty much say he needs to grow up. I agree. Shannon Sharpe needs to grow up. He's a grown man. He's a 54-year-old man, and he's still dealing with 19-year-old women. And I think at some point he should have get it, and he should have learned better. But some man without money and resources, they feel like they're on top of the world. And now that, but shout out to White High too. He also say content creators should be going after Tony Busby, not Shay Shay or the women. The problem with Tony Busby, this is what he's doing. He knew to go out to P. Diddy and go out to Jay-Z because it's going to put him in the algorithm. People are going to talk about him. So now guess what? People are like, okay, I can now go to Tony Busby and make up any false allegation. He's going to take on the case. That's what Tony Busby doing. He's taking on any case until he win a case.
Hey,
right now he's down 2. He's
Ronnie,
down 2-0. Go ahead.
I won't be surprised if you remember we talked about how Tyreek Hill got divorced with his wife because of the abuse.
Correct.
I won't be surprised that Tyreek Hill ex-wife will represent Tony Busby.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what he's doing. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's doing. Tony Busby knows exactly what he's doing, even though right now he's not allowed, I think, to practice. If I could be wrong though, but I think he is not allowed to practice right now in New York.
Yeah, yep. That's
for him to be able to even do this lawsuit where he's doing the lawsuit practice act. Okay, he can't do it in New York. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out